Sir, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Anthony sir. Welcome to this induction program for the skill development course called Machine Fault Diagnosis and Signal Processing. Anthony sir, I request to kindly upload the PPT. Yes, thank you. So, machine fault diagnosis and signal processing. So, the name suggests that it is machinery fault diagnosis. So, whenever you introduce yourself that I am the mechanical engineer studying in St. Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering, then all your relatives or all your friends or neighbors expect that you are good in machine fault diagnosis. So whenever there is a problem in any of the household machines or domestic machines, then the relatives or neighbors or friends would expect that being a mechanical students, you would come out with a solution, you would find the problem, you would come out with a solution, etc., etc. Now, this particular skill development program will help you in finding the fault in the machine by using various techniques. So, what are those techniques? I will take you to the presentation. So, next slide, sir. Okay. Now, what is the importance of machine health in industry? Like in every industry, there are a lot of machines, and all the machines are running continuously for 24 hours. Uh, any fault in the machines will lead to loss in production, loss in manpower hours, loss in uh, production time, etc., etc. So no industry afford the production downtime, and for this, the health of machines are very important. If the health of machines are good, if they are running to its optimum potential, then the uh, production wise or cost wise, they are beneficial to the industry. So every industry would like to run the machines at its optimum level, and it is only possible when there are no faults in the machines, or whatever the faults are there. If you take corrective actions at the right time, then you can actually prevent the catastrophic failures, and you can actually reduce the production loss, reduce the man hours, reduce the production time, etc., etc. Okay? So that way, finding faults is very important. Next slide. So what are the different machine health monitoring techniques? Now, different health monitoring techniques, machine fault diagnostic techniques are there, such as oil analysis, wear debris analysis, temperature analysis, acoustic analysis, and vibration analysis. Now, first, the oil analysis means by checking the condition of the oil. For example, a big gearbox is there, and we know that the gears are actually submerged into the oil bath, and by continuously checking the condition of the oil, you can actually find the condition of the gearbox. So that is called oil analysis. The second is wear debris analysis. So wear debris analysis is basically whenever there is a friction between the two surfaces, some metal parts, metal chips are come out of because of the friction, and by microscopic observation of those metal pieces, we can actually find the fault in the machine. Then the third technique is temperature analysis. Like you can continuously monitor the temperature of a machine, because we know whenever there is a friction, increase in friction, there is increase in heat, and because of that, the machine temperature is also goes up. So temperature is one of the indicator of the presence of fault in the machine or not. So temperature analysis is also one of the technique of finding the machine faults. Next is acoustic analysis. So whenever there is a problem in the machine, there is increase in friction, and that leads to increase in noise as well. So noise is also one of the indicator of the presence of fault in the machine. So by analyzing the acoustic signals or the sound signals of the machines, you can actually find out the problem in the machine. And the last one is vibration analysis. So vibration analysis is again a byproduct of increase in friction in the machine. So whenever there are increase in the frictions or deterioration of the components, it leads to higher vibrations, and by analyzing the vibrations you can actually find the machine faults. So these are some of the preferred health monitoring techniques. So out of these techniques, vibration is considered to be a most preferred technique. Why this is so, I will explain you in the next slide. So next slide, sir. So in this graph, on the x-axis, that is component time, okay, and on the y-axis the component condition. Component time means a new component when it starts working, its time starts. So if you plot the time of component or period of a component on the x-axis and its condition on the y-axis, then when any component is new, then it works well, so its condition is good. Then slowly the graph or the blue line comes downward. That means the condition of the component, machine component, is deteriorating. So the blue line coming downwards, that means the condition of the machine is deteriorating. So at first, whenever there is an increase in friction or presence of fault, then the first indicator of the presence of fault is increase in vibrations. So to uh, to arrest the problem at an early stage, vibration signals are very important. Vibration signals are those signals which gives the indication of the presence of fault at an early stage. Whereas oil analysis or thermal analysis or wear debris analysis, they actually indicate the presence of fault when the component is already deteriorated. Okay, so vibration analysis is a one indicator which gives the indication at an early stage. And if you do the corrective actions, if you take the corrective actions on the machine component, then we can actually increase the life of a component by many folds. Okay, so that is why vibration analysis is very important. Next slide. So what is vibration based condition monitoring? So by monitoring the condition of a machine by using vibration is called vibration based condition monitoring. Condition monitoring is very popular term in any industry. So different industry have a separate department for condition monitoring, and particularly the power plants where the turbines are running for 24 hours, and we need to run the turbine 24 hours without any failure, so that uninterrupted power supply is being given to all the distribution sites. So turbines are very critical component, and there are departments who are continuously watching the or monitoring the condition of some of the critical equipments in the industry. And all this conditioning monitoring is done by using vibrations. So vibration based condition monitoring is the use of advanced instruments to determine the condition of equipment and predict its failure. So the problem with vibration analysis, that it requires some high-end instruments, some softwares to analyze the vibration signals. So if you have some sophisticated equipments and softwares, you can actually find the fault in the machine. If for example अगर मैं एक आपको एक एग्जांपल देता बोले कि अगर आपकी बाइक है और आपके बाइक में अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम आता है और आप वो बाइक को लेके किसी मैकेनिक के पास जाते हो, तो आप बताएंगे कि इसके चेन में प्रॉब्लम है, इसका फायरिंग ठीक नहीं है, इसका स्पार्क प्लग में प्रॉब्लम होगा, या इसके क्लच प्लेट से आवाज आ रही है। आप वो मैकेनिक को 10 प्रॉब्लम बताएंगे, लेकिन वो मैकेनिक जो है वो आपकी बातें सुन के अनसुनी कर देगा। वो क्या करेगा, सबसे पहले गाड़ी चालू करेगा और गाड़ी चालू करने के बाद वो कुछ चीजें सुनता है. The mechanic actually try to hear the frequencies, try to hear the sound from the two-wheeler, and after hearing a sound, he will come to a conclusion that the problem is there in the chain, or problem is there in the spark plug, or problem is there in the clutch plate. If you tell n number of things, he won't listen. He will listen only the sound of the vehicle, and by observing the sound of the vehicle, he will come to a conclusion where the fault is. So that mechanic gains the experience of fault finding by practicing it for years and years. So what actually mechanic does? Actually, a mechanic has different frequencies of different components of the machine in his mind, and whenever he hears a new frequency, he try to match the frequency with the frequency stored in his mind, and when the frequency matches with the stored frequency, then he will say that the problem lies in so and so component. So that mechanics gets the experience by practicing over the years, but by using sophisticated instruments and softwares, he can actually detect the various frequencies of the machines by using vibration analysis, and you can actually detect the fault. So how the vibration signal is analyzed and how the fault is find, that we are going to learn in this particular skill development program. So vibration analysis not only detects the fault, but it also detects the actual location of the fault. Okay, it is not it detects the presence of fault. See, टू व्हीलर में अगर प्रॉब्लम है तो वो कोई भी बता देगा कि प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे है, बट detecting the actual location of the fault is requires some skill. Okay, so vibration analysis not only detects the fault, but it actually finds the location of the fault as well. Apart from this, it also determines the remaining useful life of a component. So how long the component is going to work in the machine, and after how long we need to replace the component. So this will give the remaining use, that is called remaining useful life. How much life is remaining of the component. So vibration analysis also gives the remaining useful life of a component. Next slide, sir. So I relate a doctor, a practicing doctor, who actually put the stethoscope on the chest of a patient and detects the fault, diagnose the disease. In the same way, the vibration analysis makes the mechanical engineer doctor of machine. Okay, so whenever you analyze a vibration signal and you are diagnosing a fault in the machine, it is like you are like doctor of machines. Okay, so this way you can relate the importance of this particular skill development program, or this particular domain of mechanical engineer, that everybody should learn how to find out the problems in the machine. Okay, next slide. Now, what kind of faults this vibration analysis can detect? So first is shaft misalignments. Okay, now due to poor installation, the shafts may not be aligned. Misalignment may be angular misalignment or parallel misalignment. So whenever there is a misalignment problem, then it can be detected by using vibration analysis. The second is rotor imbalance. So because of the rotor imbalance, the centrifugal force is acting, and lot of dynamic force is acting, and because of that, the center of gravity shifts from the axis of rotation, and because of that, some imbalance created in the machine, and machine starts vibrating. So vibration analysis is capable of detecting the rotor imbalance. Then it detects the problem in the bearing or fault in the bearings. So
डरता
uh,
है साले जो बोलेंगे मेरे
then, then vibration analysis is also capable of uh, detecting the gear faults. So there are n number of machine faults which can be detected by vibration analysis. So vibration analysis is called a most comprehensive fault finding techniques, whereas the other fault finding techniques have their own limitations. Next slide. Now, as I said, vibration analysis requires some high-end instrumentation and softwares. So, we in Mechanical Engineering Department of St. Vincent Pallotti College have all the high-end instrumentations and softwares which are required for vibration analysis. So, it is there in our laboratory for your disposal. You can take the advantage of all these facility and learn this particular thing. Next. Now, what are the course objectives? This skill development course is to give insight into the machine faults in mechanical components, so different types of faults in machines. To select appropriate instrumentation for vibration analysis. Yes, selection of instrument is very important. If you select the instrument wrongly, that means your analysis also goes in a wrong direction. Your conclusion will also go in a wrong direction. So selection of instrument is very, very important. So that we are learning in this course. Next, to analyze signals using appropriate signal processing techniques. So selection of instruments, selection of signal processing techniques are important for the accuracy of the result. If you miss or if you select an improper instruments, improper selection, signal processing techniques, then your results or your conclusion may lead in wrong direction. So we are learning how to select a proper signal processing techniques. Then next, to explore research prospects in the area of vibration based condition monitoring. So if you are planning to do a project, then this particular skill development program will help you. This will help you in getting condition monitoring jobs in the industry, or this skill development program will help you in your higher studies as well. If you want to do higher studies or PhD, then this vibration domain has a lot of potential to carry out as a full-fledged research. Next slide. Then what are the outcomes that we expect to able to diagnose and prognose the machine faults? So diagnosis means detection of the fault and detection of the location of the fault, whereas prognosis means finding the remaining useful life of a component. So you can diagnose as well as prognose the machine component, machine fault. Then to become employment ready in the field of machine health monitoring, then to identify project research problem for higher education. So these are the outcomes that we have set for this particular course. Next. Now these are the course details. You require a laptop or a desktops if we are conducting in offline mode. If it is in online mode, sorry, for the online mode, you require laptops and desktops. If it is conducted in offline mode, then we have the facility in our laboratory. Okay, but if it is conducted in online mode, then laptops and desktops are required at your end. It will be conducted in blended teaching. That means some lectures maybe in online mode, some may be in offline mode. The fees for this is 1,000 rupees. I have been conducting this particular skill development program from last 4 years. The total hour duration is 30 hours, and course certificate will be provided at the successful completion of this particular skill development. Next. So thank you very much. That's it from my side. If you have any query, any question, then you can put your query in the chat box. Do you have any query? Okay, so if you have any query, then you can take my number from your class counselor, hire sir, and you can WhatsApp me or you can call me for any query. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to interact with the newly inducted students in the mechanical engineering. It's pleasure interacting with you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anthony sir. Over to you.
Thank you, sir, for that excellent presentation. Now I'll just hand over the presentation controls to Tushar Anirao, sir, who will be taking the presentation for 3D printing.
Yes, so
Tushar,
good afternoon. Am I audible, sir, clearly?
yes, sir, you're audible. I just stop my presentation so that you can upload.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible and you're audible as well.
Okay.
Over to
So,
you, sir.
yes, sir. Thank you very much. So, good afternoon, dear all.